Casey, Hal, congrats. Thanks for speaking with us tonight. I wanted to ask a little about bouncing back. Obviously, the goal at the beginning is kind of a bizarre one. And then I believe I saw that Houston did not have any more shots, or were at least weren't credited with any more shots on goal from there. How was it as a group to sort of brush that aside and find the game and go on and win it?
I feel like that was definitely a wake-up call in the first couple of minutes, and I feel like our team is pretty good at regrouping after moments like that. I feel like that's kind of what propelled us into like the later first, second half where we kind of picked up the gear and had more chances.
Yeah, I think it is a little disappointing, I'll be honest, to just be down 1-0 in the first couple of minutes. You never want to start like that again. But again, we're going to learn our lesson from that. But on a positive note, I do think it woke us up, one, and two, we responded and responded really well. So for that, I'm proud of the group. But I think the goal next week is to put, a 90-minute performance together.
Yeah, sure.
Hal, I do want to ask about not just the goal itself, but being able to get into a position like that during the pressing phase. It seemed like as the game wore on, more and more you were able to get into those spaces, and kind of create that overload that was throwing Houston off. What were you seeing that allows you to sort of pick up the spaces that then become a chance like that one?
I feel like I just kind of read the cues off of my teammates. So Ule and Croy did a really good job of kind of pinning that center back and threatening the goalkeeper. And I was like, maybe I can creep up and get this if it rolls out. And Ule was able to pass it to me. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So pretty stoked about that.
Appreciate it. I'll pass the microphone here.
Andre, go ahead.
Hey, thanks for speaking with us, Hal and Casey. Casey, I had a question for you, and this is, about this game specifically, but also your travel recently, having been with the U.S. Women's National Team and now this. How difficult is it really to go from that environment and suddenly Friday night game just a few days later?
Yeah, it was definitely a quick turnaround. We came straight here, but that's just part of it. Part of being an international. It's an honor. So, and it's just part of, the job. But it's tough, but the staff here is so great with, the resources that we have and the recovery. So for that, I'm thankful. They're just so on top of it and help us to, do what's best for our body to be prepared for the next game.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And this question, if you could both answer this, would be great. Because we were talking to Adrian earlier today after this win, and it seems like the Spirit you guys as a team are learning different ways to win games. There was a lot of off the ball and against the previous opponent, and then this opponent, there was a high press that got you back into the game. You can just kind of talk about what the coaches are doing, how they're kind of helping you be able to win games in so many different ways this early in the season.
I feel like a key point that Adrian kind of pushes with us is like fluidity and being able to adapt. And I feel like the way that our game plan changes kind of reflects that. And I feel like it's really positive for the team because we don't get stuck in one way of playing, like he's teaching us to be like soccer players, not necessarily sticking to the same thing every single time.
Yeah, just to echo that, even just going over the game plan today, it was, this scenario for this scenario for this, and this scenario for this. There's different ways that we could break down opponents. And he said, you know what, it's up to you. You guys are footballers. That's on you to figure out and problem solve. And I think we did. And I think that's really freaking exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. And my last question for me, Hal, I wanted to talk to you about your goal, but also more so about just your role. I know at Clemson you played a deeper role. You would get forward on occasion, but did you kind of expect to have 2 goals in your first 2 games now, or 4 games as a pro?
No, I did not, but it's nice. It's nice. I've been enjoying it. I feel like that honestly is like credited to the trust that I have. Like when I'm playing next to Andy and like Paige, I know that they're gonna like hold it down if I do get a chance to kind of go up. And I feel like that gives me a lot of freedom here to kind of creep up on occasion. So it's been really nice.
Appreciate that. Congrats to you both on the win, and good luck.
Thank you.
Before we move on to Peyton, quick note that Hal and Croy are the first rookies in Spirit history to score 2 goals in their first 4 games.
No big deal.
That's a great quote from Luke Bennett. Peyton, go ahead.
Hi guys, I have a question for Casey. When we spoke with Adrian, he's talked about how kind of putting Sar up and pushing Hatch wide gave you the opportunity to push up forward and kind of get more involved. And I was wondering kind of what that experience has been like for you, kind of adapting into this team and getting this role as you guys are evolving and shifting. And then just as Sam just said, the rookies are kind of balling out, how that has been for you to experience as a veteran player.
Yeah, for the first question, I love it. It's, you know, just continuing to evolve my game, and Hatchie is so great in the pocket, so that allows me to get a little bit higher and, you know, be more of a two-way back, and that's fun. You know, it's fun getting to the attack and helping the team in that way. And then to your second question, it's been really cool to see the rookies ball out. I mean, they just came right in and keep going. No, it's been really cool though to see them just step right in and just fit right in, and not just fit right in, actually score goals and break records. No, but it's a credit to them. It's a credit to the quality of the players that they are and how they seamlessly fit in.
Thank you so much. And then Hal, just real quick, how does it feel to score your first goal away from home?
Oh, it feels great. My family was actually here because this is like the closest place to Mississippi that they can get to. So it was a really cool moment to see them after the game.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Thank you.
And Jason, go ahead and wrap us up.
Casey, I wanted to ask about your assist. It seemed like, on one hand, like a very narrow window to get that pass to Brittany. You had to kind of fire it in there, but also that it speaks to a level of trust that you know that she can actually collect that. What did you see? Because you were also, if memory serves me as I'm speaking now, it seemed like you were kind of tucked inside as well. In that moment, you weren't really out as a, you know, conventional left back, so to speak.
Yeah, I kind of found that pocket inside. Was trying to kind of play with my spacing a little bit, my positioning, just with their pressing. And yeah, I found a good pocket, and I saw the matchup with Brett, and I know she's very technical. And so I saw it, zinged it in there, and let her do her thing, and that was a banger.
It was really nice. That was really nice.
Just to wrap up, obviously Houston, the way that they set up their formation, the numbers that they push forward, I don't think, maybe from my perspective at least, it doesn't seem like another team has been willing to throw that many numbers forward against you so far this season. How was it to sort of solve that particular problem, knowing that if you could solve it, obviously the risk they take is all that space they leave, especially down either flank?
Yeah, we thought they might throw a lot of numbers forward, and so a big key point was the communication between, you know, each subgroup and kind of solving, you know, their different rotations and the numbers that they were throwing forward, knowing in mind that, you know, they're giving up a lot as far as what would be on, and I think we took advantage of that and executed pretty well.
Yeah, agreed. Piggybacking off of that, it's like what she was talking about, the rotations. We were kind of talking about that leading into this game, this entire past 2 weeks, honestly, that we had. So, I mean, it was nice to kind of have that background information and go into this game and work on that.